Focused Unleashed. Welcome back to those who listened to episode one, and welcome to new listeners who may not have heard episode one. If you're new, I'm Deloitte Smith, coach, creator, motivator. And if you're joining us for episode number two, this week we're going to talk about focus. Now, if you joined me last week, we talked about adversity and those giants that we're going to face whenever we start a new journey. So for those who didn't listen and you need to catch up, the giants are the adversity that we're going to face, whether it be the ones we self-impose or our self-imposed adversity amplified by others, or those outside circumstances that we really haven't seen yet. So it's really, really important that if you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen to it, because it's the foundation of success in 2026. This week, we're going to talk about focus, and that's that next building block. So we started with going ahead and identifying the adversity that we're going to face. That gives us an advantage because we're not just going in blindly. We're not going in with the same habits that we have. We're going to go ahead and build new habits, and then we're going to really jump into focus. We're going to focus in on those habits and make them work for us. So when I say relentless focus, I'm not just talking about, I'm really going to do it this year. I'm really going to tap in, really going to lock in. A lot of people say that, and they really don't understand what they're saying when they say that. Locking in is totally different than just, I'm going to accomplish it this year. It means that you're going to say no to everything that is not attributed to you being successful. And that's very, very hard. Very, very hard. When you start going after something, even if you identify the things that have held you back in the past, people that may not support you, it's still hard for you to do it because it's unknown. It's unknown if you're going to be successful. Even with the greatest attitude and the best of intentions, you don't know what the road will lead to and what is going to be in your path and what could ultimately be the one thing that says, I can't do it anymore. So we have to be focused to the point where we're not willing to let outside distractions or the things that hold us back before get in our way. And that's going to take relentless focus. And that's why this podcast is called Focused Unleashed, because we're unleashing that relentless focus. We're completely focused on what we want to achieve. And if it doesn't attribute to that, we don't want to be a part of it. So let's really break down what relentless focus looks like. Relentless focus is doing the things that you don't want to do, even when you don't want to do it. Actually, especially when you don't want to do it. That's when you really have to do it. That's when you have to lock in. So if you have a goal of losing weight and you're committing to going to the gym 5 days a week, you have to go, even when you're tired, even when it's cold, especially when you don't feel like it, because you're building habits. So within the first month, you say you want to go 5 days a week, and that fourth day, you didn't get enough sleep, or you didn't really sleep very well, you got a little bit of a headache, and you don't want to go. You got to go, because that's how you're going to build that relentless focus. It's going to focus on the goal rather than how you feel. It's saying no to the friends that say, hey, let's go out and party tonight, when you know you have committed to going to the gym in the morning. That's hard because life is short, right? So you want to enjoy life as much as possible. You don't want to let fun times just pass you by. But that relentless focus says, I'm willing to sacrifice today what I will truly enjoy tomorrow. And that's something that a lot of people can't do. But if you can do it, you can commit to that type of focus. What you will enjoy later will far exceed what you will enjoy today. Because if you do give in and you say, yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and then you don't do what you committed to the next day, you set yourself behind. So not only did you halfway enjoy it, but then you're angry at yourself because it puts you a little bit further behind from you accomplishing your goal. So it's really important to stay focused. Say no to those distractions. Keep the goals in front of you, literally and mentally. Write the goals down. You need to write your goals down in a place that you will see it every single day. Use it as your lock screen. Write it on a post-it note, put it on your mirror. Have an alarm set on your phone that relays that message to you. Stay focused on your goals. Because when it's in front of you, you can't run from it. It's very easy to sit here and say 2026 is going to be my best year. I'm going to commit to the gym. I'm going to get healthier. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to make more money. I want to get this house that I want. I want to buy the car that I want. I want to do all these things. In that fleeting moment, it sounds really, really good. And while you're still thinking about it, you're focused on it. But when life gets tough, as it will, and things get hard, that's the last thing that you're thinking about. So you have to have something literally in front of you that's going to remind you, no matter how bad things get, this is my goal. I'm focused. Things are going to get bad. Things are going to get hard. There are going to be good days. There are going to be bad days. So you have to focus. And that relentless focus is going to get you beyond the bad days. It's really going to push you on your good days. But it's going to keep you committed to what you have set out to do. When you think about what has set you back before, I guarantee about 90% of people can say, I just didn't continue doing what I set out to do. I started it, but I didn't finish. I mean, that's really what not accomplishing your goals are, right? You start something, but you don't commit to finishing it. You jump to something else or you focus on something. Like I said, I know life gets hard and things come up. Family members get sick, you get sick, things happen. But you have to find a way to can still stay committed and still stay focused. It doesn't mean that you won't have a time where you won't have to pause. Because like I said, life is like gets in the way. And you may have to pause. But relentless focus is knowing that as soon as you get back to a place that you can dive back in, you're diving back in all in. Not halfway, not, well, I lost a lot of time. So maybe I should just start next year, or maybe should start next Monday, or maybe I should start next month. Because you know what happens? You wait, and then something else comes up. You wait, something else more important grabs your attention. What does it grab? It grabs your focus. So if you really want to accomplish your goals in 2026, it's going to require relentless focus on the goal itself for goals. I have a few goals that I want to accomplish in 2026. This being one of them, I have dove in head first. You can even tell I even upgraded my equipment, got some new headphones. I'm in this, so I'm committed to it. And so I have to keep that in front of me. I have to work on it a little bit every single day. And there are other things that I'm trying to accomplish, and I do that a little bit every day. It's there. It's in my face. I never let a day go by that I don't attack it. I don't put myself into it, focus on it. Because I know myself that if I say, I've been going really, really hard, let me take a break. That break that's supposed to be over the weekend then turns into, well, I'm really not rested. Let me take this week and then I'll get back to it on next Monday. And next Monday turns into a month. And a month turns into a couple months. And then 3 months. And then I'm mad at myself. It actually happened in 2025. Like this year, I started Focused Unleashed. Last year, I did Commit 365. And that was my version of 75 hard. And I wanted to commit every day to my health, building my business, and really becoming the best version of me. And I was doing really, really well for about 6 months. And then I got really, really tired. I was going to the gym 5 to 6 days a week. I was working. I was really trying to build my business. I was posting 3 or 4 times a day. It just got mentally exhausted to the point where I said, just take a week to recover. And that week turned into a couple weeks. A couple weeks turned into a month. And before I knew it, 2 months had passed. And I had sporadically worked on my health. The posting kind of stopped. And I didn't know where to pick back up. And my business just kind of stayed steady. So I really got mad at myself and was down on myself. And it happens. And when that happens, you always say, I'm going to put it off a little bit. I'll put it off and I'll start next year or I'll start in a month. And so I decided in November that enough was enough. I needed change. If I was going to change, if I was going to get what I truly wanted out of my life, it was going to take more than what I'm doing now. And like I said, if you haven't listened to episode 1, the origin story of this Focused Unleashed is in that. And from November to December, relentless focus. Building this podcast, but also this system that has really transformed how I started 2026. I can honestly say that I am heads and tails above where I was last year, even with the commitment that I made to commit to 365 days of action. I did 31 days of action. I mentioned this in the last episode as well. 31 days of action from December 1st to December 31st. And I am farther than I have ever been to accomplishing my goals. And this is only the second week of January 2026. So when I say relentless focus, it's going to take work. It takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of commitment. But it produces results if you're willing to do the work, right? Stay focused. Keep it in front of you. Don't let a day pass. If you have to pause, still keep it in your mind because life gets hard. And if you don't think about it every single day, something else will grab your focus. And then that's what you focus on. And you lose time trying to focus on what has grabbed your attention. And you lose time on accomplishing your goals. And then that creates bad attitudes. It creates feelings of sorry for yourself, pity parties, and then you lose more time until you say, okay, let's go ahead and get back on course. But then you lost so much time, you get frustrated because it's not where it was when you left off. And it's just like, wait till next year, wait till next month. So let's stay focused. Let's create that relentless focus because our goals are important. And if we don't focus on them, we lose them. That's the mindset for 2026. If we do not focus on our goals in 2026, we will not succeed. That's kind of the mantra that I have for myself, and that's what kind of keeps me going. So, as you think about focus, like I said, with uh, the giants and the adversity, it's not always self-imposed. Sometimes the things that we do that break our own focus are truly amplified by outside sources. So you really have to protect your energy, your time, your attention, because they are sacred to you accomplishing your goals. So you have to say no sometimes to people. You have to say no to the job sometimes. You have to use your time and understand that it's yours. And I know that it's hard, especially as a parent. I know it's hard. My kids are the most important thing to me, but they get the best of me when I commit time to me accomplishing my goals. If I give up that time just to spend more time with them, then it's in the back of my head. They don't get my full attention. And it hurts the relationship that we have because I can't truly enjoy the time that we're having because I'm frustrated. I'm losing time. So protect that time. What I mean by protect that time is schedule that time and then communicate that with the people that you love. My family knows that this is very, very important to me. They know this is something that I want to do, and they know that I'm going to take the time to do that. And I schedule that time. And I say, hey, I plan on recording a podcast episode tonight. I'm not going to take away from our time, but I am going to take about an hour to go ahead and get that done. And then you have my full attention when I get back. And that creates so much more quality time than quantity of time. Because if I'm present, but I'm not there, then I might as well not be there. So protect that time, schedule that time, and communicate that with the people that you love. And it will go a long way. I promise. Promise. So another aspect of being relentlessly focused is being intentional. Everything that I do contributes to my success. It's not just doing it just to do it. When I was going to the gym last year with the Commit 365, as a coach, as a personal trainer, I know that not every workout is the best workout. But there were some times I would just go and work out just for the sake of working out. I didn't have a program. I was just doing things just to do it, just to say that I did it, and it wasn't intentional. You have to be intentional. It has to contribute to the goal. You can't just say, oh, well, I wanted to lose weight, so I wrote down in my journal today that I walked. You walked what? You walked 5 miles? You walked at a faster pace? You walked up a hill? You walked on the treadmill? You walked on the stair stepper? Is it tied to a program? Just to do something is not intentional. Make it intentional. Create a program. Create a system. Create a 90-day action plan. One of the biggest things that we do is we have these big goals and we don't break them down. By creating an action plan, you break them down into smaller pieces. And if it lines up every day, each action lines up with you creating success, that's intentional. Just doing something to say that you did it is not intentional. So you have to be intentional. And being intentional then allows you to be in control. You're not reactive. If you say you're going to go to the gym and you don't put a time down, something will come up. And then you're trying to be reactive. Schedule it. That's why it's very, very important to protect that time. The time is probably the most important thing that you need to protect because time is valuable. It is probably more valuable than money because you can't get it back. You can make money every single day, but you can't get time back. So it's very important to protect your time. So anything that you're going to do, make it intentional. You can easily make it intentional by scheduling, making an action plan, and committing to it with that relentless focus. So as you look at relentless focus, it's really the building block of being actionable. We want to create action. Focus helps you create action. When we're distracted by everything that goes on in our life, we can't create action because we're thinking about too many things. And then we remember, oh man, I really wanted to go to the gym today. Tag on it. Let me try tomorrow. I have to be focused. And I talk about the gym a lot just because I'm a personal trainer. And I have a lot of clients that we have this conversation all the time. You know, they want to do things. You know, they use me because they have to make the appointment. And to break that appointment, they then have to tell me, hey, you can't make it today. Something's come up. Now, I may not ask them what happened in that moment because it could be serious. But the next time that I see them, hey, what came up? And if it's serious, then yes, we can have that conversation of how we can get back on track. But if it's, I just wasn't feeling good, somebody invited me out to dinner, then we have those conversations about relentless focus. Because remember, we set this goal and we said that we were going to be 100% focused on it. So we lost focus, so how are we going to get it back? So I do have those conversations with clients and people all the time. So, and I have it with myself too. And like I said, uh, December, 31 days of action, committed to something every single day, really focused. I mean, unbelievable focus. More focus than I've ever had in any aspect or time of my life. And I've seen the benefits of it. So as I'm sitting here talking to you about it, understand that it's not something I'm just talking about. It's something that I did myself. It's something that I am continuing to do myself, and I'm seeing the benefits of it physically, mentally, and the approach towards my goals. Like I said, this is my second episode. If you listened to the podcast last week, you know that I've done this before. Tried it, didn't work. I'm committed this year. I'm focused, relentless focus on this. I have an action plan. I work on it every single day. I'm tuning up episodes. I have this planned out. And I have a set time of when I'm going to record my episodes. I'm not going to get off track. Same thing with my workout plan. Also working towards being a real estate agent. And I have that action plan. I have everything planned out. And there's not a day that I'm not doing something. And I'm so focused that I'm already thinking months ahead. Because I have all this action planned out. I can see the next steps. Focus allows you to be ahead of schedule because you are planning and it allows you to see the next steps you need to take. With the lack of focus, you're so focused on the right now that it's hard to see the road ahead. And if you can't see the road ahead, it's very easy to get discouraged. So what do you do? What if you do what do you do if you catch yourself slipping? How do you correct it immediately? Take action and you create your relentless focus. Start saying no to distractions. You start protecting your time, protecting your energy, making others understand what you're trying to do. And that doesn't mean explain it to them. You just need to say, hey, this year I'm really focused on my goals. Love you. Want to spend time, but we need to schedule that time because the time that I have, I'm using it more wisely than I ever had in my life. And I've got things scheduled. So I don't mind going out as long as I have my stuff done. But can we schedule that? As crazy as that sounds, and as much as some people will not understand, it's yours to protect. Because if you can't protect your own time and focus, dive in, really hone in on what you want to achieve, who's going to make you do it? Nobody else is going to help you stay focused. That's bad to say, but it's true. Now, you can find some really, really good people, really, really good groups that understand that you are focused. And if you can find those groups and those people, you are blessed. But ultimately, it's still your responsibility to make sure that you reach your goals. Your goals, your responsibility. Your life, your responsibility. Your happiness, your responsibility. Now, if you can find people that support that, if you can find people that will lift you up and even help push you on days that you're not feeling like it, you're blessed. Truly, truly blessed. My family understands what I'm trying to achieve. And when I say that I really don't want to do it today, they say you have to. And then I remind myself, yep, you have to. You need people like that in your life. And if you don't have those people, like I said in the last episode, I'm your person. Send me an email, comment on this video. I will find a way to communicate with you. I will find a way to help you reach your goals. Be that push that you need, if that's what you need. Hopefully, as this podcast grows, we can create a community. The community can help everybody. Relentless focus. We need it. We can do it. It just takes action. It takes commitment. It takes discipline. But ultimately, it takes you doing the things that you don't want to do because you know you have to. Protecting that time, protecting that energy, not allowing yourself to be distracted, and telling the people that you love that all distractions will not be tolerated in 2026. I love you. But in order for this to be my year, in order to be the best version of me, I'm going to need all distractions to cease and desist. I need your help with that, right? You can tell your family you need help with that. Help me not be distracted. And I'm sure they will because they want you to be the best version of yourself. I believe that. So, we've got the giants. We have ways to face those giants, address those issues, and create habits that will help us succeed in 2026. And now we're going to work on that relentless focus, focusing on those habits, focusing on those goals, taking action every day, intentional action, not just action, intentional action. 2026 is going to be fun. I'm excited about it. I really am. Like I said, 2 weeks in, and I'm feeling great about what I'm going to accomplish this year. The vision that I have, and everything that I see, the steps I can take, and I'm only on the second week of January. I'm excited, and I hope you're excited too. And I hope you're getting something out of this podcast. And if not, leave me a comment. Let me know where I can get better. Maybe something I'm not communicating with. Whatever it may be, I'm going to get better. This podcast is going to get better. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we're going to be very, very successful. Because why? We're going to have relentless focus in 2026, creating the most success we've ever had in our lives. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. All right, I'm going to sign off for episode 2. I hope you've enjoyed. Like I said, comment below. Let me know how I'm doing. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Like I said, I want to create a community of people thriving in 2026. Because Focused Unleashed is all about thriving. So until next episode, stay focused, stay unleashed.